It's 11:30 p.m. You already watched Netflix an hour more than you said you would. Now you're finally in bed, but you just can't wind down. Even though you barely get enough sleep already, your brain feels wide awake. So you check your phone again, and Instagram pulls you straight into its endless feed. At 1 a.m., you finally fall asleep. 5 hours later, you wake up completely sleep deprived. You drag yourself through the day, only to start the exact same cycle again at night. Stuff like this completely steals your self-respect. But the crazy part is, there's one shift that will break this cycle, and almost nobody talks about it. If you don't know me yet, my name is Lawrence, and I was trapped in this exact same cycle about 3 years ago. I was staying up too late, was wasting hours a day on social media and pointless games, and even was smoking weed with my friends pretty much every day. But after this one shift, everything changed. I started going to the gym, playing the piano, and even made my first money online. So let's talk about the part nobody notices. The part that actually destroys your self-respect. Because that's where it gets dark. It's not about sleep, but it's about who you become. But what influences your self-respect? Your self-respect is influenced by two things. One, what you say you are going to do, and two, what you are actually doing. So if you say, tomorrow I'll wake up at 6 a.m. and go straight to the gym, and you are actually doing it, then this gets your self-respect up. But if you say, okay, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. and go to the gym, but then you don't go to the gym and break your own promise, then your self-respect gets lower. Just compared to a friend. Like if you both said, okay, we are going to meet up at 3 p.m. But then this friend just doesn't show up. And if this doesn't happen only one time, but like every time or every second time you want to meet, then of course your respect for him will go down. And it's the same with you. But now in the modern world, the danger to lose your self-respect is way higher than it was before. Because now we have this stuff like social media, porn, video games, and all this addicting stuff that is out there. All this stuff that is designed to make you addicted. That is designed to make you break your own promises to yourself. Because, for example, there's a big difference between how much time we say, for example, social media is worth, and how much time we actually spend on it. Like if you think about it, how much time would social media actually be worth to you? You would maybe say, okay, maybe 1 hour a day, but how much are you actually spending on it? Maybe more like 3 hours or even more. And that's designed that way. That's intentional. They want you to spend more time on those apps than you actually want to spend on them. Just think about it when you say, okay, I'm going to stop after the next 5 reels. And you're even counting them. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're still scrolling on. And 30 minutes later, you still can't get up and do anything productive. That's not your fault, that's intentional. The apps exactly want you to do that stuff. And of course, all those situations like, okay, I'm just watching the next 5 reels. Or, okay, after the next video, I'll stop. If you tell yourself you are going to stop after the next video or after the next 5 reels, but then just keep going, then of course this will decrease your self-respect. And the cost of low self-respect is probably way higher than you think. Because the real damage doesn't even happen today. It happens in who you become over the next years. And this is the part that hits the hardest. Because it affects every goal you may have. So what does less self-respect actually mean down the line? It takes your agency away from your life. Your ability to take action. Your ability to actually change something. So for me, for example, when I still was in school and I noticed my grades going down. So this was when I still was trapped in this cheap dopamine cycle. And I knew, of course, if I want to get my grades up again, I just have to put in the work. But putting in the work really felt impossible So I had really no agency or really low agency over my life. And this is not a nice place to be in, to really feel powerless. And think about it. It's not only about you watching more reels than you want to. It's about you maybe saying, I'm going to do 10 push-ups every day. I'm going to get healthy. But you're just not sticking with it because your self-respect and your ability to actually stick with what you say, to actually take action, is so low. Or if you say, okay, today I'm going to sleep early, but then you're just not doing it. So it's not just about watching a video more than you want to. It's about actually not being able to keep your own promises, not being able to do the right thing, even though you know what to do. It's about the control over your own life. But here's the good news. Fixing this is way simpler than most people think. And this is where things finally start to shift. It's possible to get back your self-respect or your ability to take action, your ability to just do the thing you know that is right and get back control over your life. It's possible. It's not easy, but it's possible. You just need a strong enough reason to actually do the right stuff, or a strong enough reason to decrease the stuff that lowers your self-respect. Like, for example, social media, porn, video games. But almost nobody talks about this, because getting a strong reason behind your actions, that mostly happens unconscious. But the good news are, there is a way to get that strong why behind your actions consciously. And if you have this strong why, this strong reason to actually do the right stuff, then you will stick with it in the long run and will get there eventually. And of course, along the way, like I said, it's not easy. So you will fail, you will get back on track, you will fail again, will get back on track. But just having this strong reason, this strong why behind your actions, why you're actually doing it, this makes you stick with it even though you failed. It makes you come back on track again. Even if you fail again, you come back on track. So if you're done lowering your self-respect and wasting years on your phone, this video shows you the exact 4-step process to get this strong why behind your actions. Watch that next. I wish you a nice day. Bye.